Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Lois and welcome back to SevTech Ages. In the last episode, we were working with Better with Mods, setting up a water wheel and a saw, and we also made a cauldron, I do believe, which we have some glue in there, some flake bones. That's a little bit less useful. But yeah, we were setting up some different things because we need to get to Astral Sorcery. And in order to do that, we need to make washi, which is a type of like parchment paper. And yeah, so between episodes, I went and I killed a bunch of mobs. I also went and got some more copper. I haven't really done too much else. Cleaning up the inventories or anything like that. Mr. Parrot's still there. And all that kind of fun stuff. So, today, first thing I want to start working on, we'll get to all this demonic will that I've been collecting here in a moment, but the first thing that I want to start working on is parchment, and specifically getting washi. Now something else I want to see, we have 17 aquamarine. Alright, that is plenty for now. So we're going to need some parchment, and that is going to be... That's one of the next things we're going to have to make, which should not be too bad, to be honest. We need to make some washi. And washi is made from mulberry sheets, which is made from mulberry pulp, which is soaked mulberry bark, which we can make. So we're going to need a lot of mulberry. And we did go ahead and make a bunch of... it's out here. I've got a little bit of mulberry bark. We're going to need more. So we're going to need... Let's see, 4 pieces of this, so we're going to need 16 pulp, which means 16 bark. Okay, so we're going to need more trees. So let's go chop down some more trees and get this all taken care of. So once we have the bark, we just soak it in water, and then we have to do some other processing stuff with it. Nothing too difficult, but it is a little bit of work. So let's grab all this. And we'll go ahead and chop down these 2 trees, replant them, and all that kind of fun stuff. So how many saplings are we going to have? We're going to have plenty of saplings. Let's plant a bunch of these so that we can do this a little bit more often. So something like... this should be good, and good enough anyways. And let's go ahead and solve this stuff. And then we just need to actually start processing it. So we need 16 soaked bark. How much do we have? That does actually hurt, by the way. Want to make sure we got all of it. I think we did. Okay. So we have 20. So that is good enough. We're going to need some water. Let's go ahead and grab that. And then we can use the basin over here and start working on all this. So one of the big things that we kind of need to work towards is we need to get a good supply of, well, we need to get to the next age so everything becomes easier. We also need to, relatively soon, we're going to need to go to the Twilight Forest. And when that happens, we're going to want, oops, I want to take that out. Can I just, yeah, okay. We're going to want to go to the Twilight Forest, and when we do that, we're going to probably want a bow. So we're going to have to summon the totemic boss relatively soon. I'm not quite ready to do that yet, but it should be a lot easier since we are much farther along than we should be, but we'll see. We do have a shield. That should help because he does have a bow. That's kind of his thing, but we'll see if we can't handle that here soon. I don't know if we're going to or not, but I mean, it is a thing. Alright, so there is 16 soaked mulberry bark. And now this needs to dry for 2 minutes. And we have any more? No. More drying racks would probably not be a bad idea, but you know what? We're not going to worry about it too much. What can we use this sawdust for? We can get a bag of sawdust, can turn into potash, or something later, or we can use it as fuel. So just keep it for now, put all that in there, and we'll go ahead and put this in here. So I have a ton of demonic will. So I was doing a little bit of research, and what we were doing was we were trying to make a Tartaric gem, a lesser Tartaric gem. But it doesn't do anything. This is all the ingredients, and it's supposed to work, but it doesn't. Well, it's pretty easy, why not? So basically, in order to get this to work, we need to have a gem filled up with enough will. And that's going to take a little bit of time. But 15 is still not enough. It needs to have at least 60 in order to make the next gem, is what I've heard. I don't know how true that is. So we're going to start working, we're going to continue working on that just because we want the Sigil of the Bloodlamp. Now, the other thing that we want to start working on, let's look at the achievements, is so we're working on the parchment, and then we're going to be making the Astral Sorcery Journal. That we're gonna get to relatively soon. But let's go ahead and start looking at the gearbox from Better with Mods, and how to make that. So the wooden gearbox requires some bronze plates, some thin slabs, which is interesting, wooden gears, which are actually pretty easy to make at this point, and an axle. So the axle is the hardest part because of the hemp rope that we need. Let's see. We have some glue. I don't know if we're going to need that. Can we make another chest fairly easily? Let's see. Is it just wood? Yes. I guess let's just use the mulberry wood, because I don't think there's much use of it otherwise. So we're going to make a Better with Mods chest, and we're going to put it right over here. So we'll put that in there. And anytime we find anything that's Better with Mods, we'll put it in there. But let's go ahead and start collecting the mulberry pulp. And cool. So we need to take some hemp. We need to make hemp rope. And from that we can make most of what we need. We need one piece of black quartz. Hopefully we don't run out of that anytime soon. And I think that's about all we're going to need for right now. We're going to need some wood, but that should not be a problem. Okay, so what we need to do, we need to make hemp rope. Let's get rid of the chest. We've already made that. So in order to make an axle, we need 2 pieces of hemp rope, which requires hemp fibers, which is millstone. So we need to get some more of this, and that is kind of the question. If we place this here, will it work? No. So we're gonna need to get the gear. Also, I want to fill this in because it's a little bit of a pain. But we can go ahead and get a couple of gears. So there's molding. And then the little corners makes the gears. And apologies, Better with Mods is kind of a loud mod. So, with that taken care of, we have 8 gears. That's not bad. That will be enough for the time being. There we go. I don't know why the the stuff doesn't render all the time. Let's take more wood. Let's go sleep before things start spawning. We could let things spawn and kill mobs to get the demonic will, but I will deal with that kind of as I go between episodes because it can get messy. I had the hand crank on me. What am I doing? Anyways, we need the mulberry pulp. And we're almost there. Cool. So we need some hemp ropes. But other than that, everything to make the gearbox is pretty easy. We do need to... I would like another axle. So let's get... we need one more hemp. Let's see if there's any more. There is, right over here. And it's already grown. Cool. So let's break this. And we'll turn all of this into the hemp rope. Now, here soon, we won't have to do this manually anymore. We just come over here and the water wheel will do all the work. Which is the plan, anyways. So let's just get, for the gearbox, we need one wooden axle. So that's 2 hemp ropes. Let's go ahead and make 2 sets of these. So we need, let's see, 6 for 1 hemp rope. We need 12, 24. And this is going to take a lot of food. But that's okay, because, well, we can deal with that. But yeah, so once we get into Astral Sorcery, I believe we are very close to the next age, which is going to give us more resources as well as just in general more stuff. Plus, it should make some recipes easier. So I think once we get into the next age, we're going to start looking into making our permanent base, which is going to be up in this area. And spread out across a couple areas, mountains, whatnot. So we're up to 15. And with that, kind of, you know, getting a little bit more stable food sources and all that kind of fun stuff. There's a lot left to do before we can really start worrying about too much. So we're almost there. So this is 3. And 1 more set. Cool. There we go. Perfect. Let's get away from that. And Better with mods is a little bit tedious. I kind of understand that. I think it's tedious at times. Once you get it kind of automated, it's not too bad. But let's go ahead and make the hemp ropes. And let's go ahead and get this stuff. So black quartz. There is an axle. And we need thin plates, so we need a slab. Actually, we have a couple slabs, so we need to get these cut. So let's go ahead and do that, and then while we are waiting on that, let's go ahead and make the parchment. So in order to make parchment, we need just an aquamarine. But we need to turn this stuff into washi. So that is mulberry sheets. So we need 4 of these. And this is a long, long process. And then we take it over here and we press it. If you're wondering what the actual thing is, it's basically how to describe this. We are pressing the water out of the pulp. So you take the bark, you rinse it and get it, kind of clean it up and get it into pulp, and then you can press the water out and you get basically paper, and that's what washi is. It's a type of paper, I do believe. So we're almost there with the Astral Sorcery stuff. So let's come back over here. How many thin slabs do we have? We have 4. Perfect. So what's the last thing we need for the gearbox? 2 bronze plates. Okay. So that's as easy as taking a hammer to some bronze. And there is the gearbox. So that is, wow, there is a lot. Ooh, that's to get buckets. Interesting. So anyways, let's finish up with the mulberry sheets into washi. And we're going to take the gearbox over here. And can we put that here? I don't know. Let's go ahead and make another axle. Because I'd like to get that guy working. So we can make more better with mod stuff and use all that kind of stuff. So but before we do, let's go ahead and make our very first parchment. So parchment. So something to write on. That is the next thing. So we need to make the journal. And in order to do that, that is going to be 3 more aquamarine and a plant cloth. So that's not too bad. The only question is, do we have enough plant matter? Just kind of checking to see if we have any more. Okay, I don't see any, so hopefully we have enough. Wait, no, it's like this. And we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And there's the plant cloth. And we now have the Astral Tome. So we can see discovery, and that's about it. There's not really much here yet. We're going to make constellation paper, all sorts of stuff. But a lot of this, the recipes are wrong. But we'll get to that later. So with that taken care of, we need to look at this. So the next thing to do is we need to make a luminous crafting table. Now what all do we need for that? One, we need things I don't like. Luminous. Okay, I can spell. So we need 4 aquamarine, 2 reinforced slates, some marble, and a crafting table. But the hard part is we need 1,000 PE. So I guess we don't have that much PE currently. I want to go grab the thing over here, and we're going to bring it back. And the reason is because we had that issue before where I'm pretty sure what happened was the book got knocked off, and it was bad. I didn't like it. Let's go ahead and put that there and see if there's any more power in here. And then, yeah, a lot of bad things happen with this, but if we're close by, we should be able to see if it does. So, no more power. Okay. Let's take this back over, and we're going to put it closer to our base. Somewhere where we can kind of keep an eye on it, but still kind of out of the way. So, I guess right here would be fine. So it's 2 blocks, I believe. And that seems to be working. So we can keep an eye on it. It's going to be close enough to us, so it shouldn't be no problems with that. But let's go ahead and make another axle. We are running low on black quartz. We'll make another axle. And let's head back over here. And I want to see if we can't get the mill to work without us having to power it. So that is not moving. That's not good. Anything bad happen with that? No? Okay. You really want to keep an eye on that. Okay, that is empty. Those are empty. All right. So let's go ahead, and I think we're going to need one more axle in order to get this to work. But hopefully not. We'll see. So what we can do is we break the gearbox, make sure we have it, and then we can put an axle here, and it's going to spin. Can we put the millstone down directly? No, I believe it needs to be powered at the top or the bottom. Not sure which. So what we'll need to do is put the gearbox down. And we'll get that working here in a moment. So once we get another millstone, get another axle rather, then that should be fine. Okay, so lots of things to do, but we're so close to the next stage, and at least I think we are. I hope we are. So let's stand here. We need 2 more hemp. Let's go check our farm and see if we have any more. I'll probably have to go to the beneath to try to get some more stuff, black quartz, relatively soon, but that stuff is grown over there. We just need 2 more pieces, so let's grab all this stuff and call it a day. And that's fine. Okay. So yeah, once we can kind of like move water and all that kind of fun stuff, it's going to be a lot nicer to get everything we need. Now the one last thing that we're going to need to do, we need to see if we have any marble. We have 2 marble. Perfect. So we just need to get some reinforced plates, and we should be good to make the luminous crafting table today. Just a matter of getting enough power. And that's honestly just going to take time. You are a creeper of some sort. A cursed creeper. Alright, that was a thing. I wonder where he came from and why. Because I'm terrified of Abyssal Craft. Abyssal Craft is an actual frightening mod. And there's a lot of like bad effects that can happen, and I don't know, well, any of them. So it's kind of terrifying to have to do stuff with it. I will say Abyssal Craft is not typically well liked because of some of its mechanics, and I can kind of agree with that. I kind of see why people don't care for the mod. I think the concept is good, I just think the execution is lacking at times. This whole process of charging up the book is kind of tedious, and in general the mod is tedious from what I've seen. But anyways, there is all that stuff. Let's go ahead and break this guy. Eat plenty of food because we are hungry now. And yeah, let's go ahead and make another axle. We need some sticks as well as some black quartz. We can cut a lot of things up into sticks. Leaves and ladders, but we gotta do chopping block. We gotta get some sticks. Or we can just grab some that are already in there. That works too. Alright, so let's make another axle. Now, for the turntable, we do need yet another axle, but everything else here is really easy. So, to do that is not going to be a problem. But let's try to get this millstone to the point where we can easily make more axles, because that's the only thing that's really a concern at this point. So there we go. And oh my gosh. Okay, let's do this kind of a smart way. We're going to take some dirt. We're going to build it up a little bit. And there we go. Perfect. So it is now working. We just need to go grab some more. So we need 4 more hemp. There's a couple over here we can grab. And then we can make another another axle, which will allow us to kind of finish up what we need to do. So, not really anything too bad at this point. We just need to find some more hemp, and I'd like to find it naturally growing, just because it's going to make things easier, but if we can't, that's fine too. I want to say there's more over... There's one right there, isn't there? There's one right here. Perfect. We just need 4. So that'll get us the last of the... Ooh. It's just ginseng. I thought it was like a onion or something like that. I had never seen, but nope, it's just ginseng. That's fine, whatever. Don't care. Let's go ahead, put that in there. And now it's automatic. We don't have to eat constantly because we're starving ourselves. So the turntable requires some stone siding, which is... Does it require... Okay, any kind of siding. So we can come over here and get some siding. So there is 1 hemp rope. And you know what? We're going to turn this last piece of siding all the way down into... gears. There we go. Alright. So the hardest part is just trying to figure out where all the items get thrown to, which is unfortunate, but it happens. Anyways, we have everything we need for the last axle. I am going to need to go get some more black quartz. I will do that between episodes. And yeah, we should be able to make the turntable. So there's that. In order to make a copper gear, we need a stone gear. Alright, so that's easy enough. So there is the stone gear. And the copper gear just requires some copper plates. And our inventory is just a mess at this point. But yeah, so we just kind of get to all this stuff. One of the things I'm looking forward to relatively soon is getting smeltery controller. Having an actual smeltery would be really nice. Alright, how are we doing on power? 650. Okay, we're actually getting close. I heard lightning strike. I don't see anything out of the ordinary. I think we're good. Alright, so, let's see. Let's go ahead and make the copper gear. And we just need some stone. Do we have any stone lying around? Yes, we do. So now we can make the turntable. And that is a quest. So I'm going to put this stuff in here. For right now, anyways. Can't you place this on... No? Okay. I thought maybe you could place that on there, but... whatever. So we have the turntable now. And we need to make a bucket, a clay bucket. And to do that, we need an unfired clay bucket, which is a turntable, and turntables are weird. I've never actually used a turntable before, but it doesn't seem to be too difficult to make. Anyways, we will kind of look into that later. I don't feel like doing that right now, so let's get rid of all this. And we need to make a luminous crafting table. So 4 aquamarine, we have that. 2 marble, also pretty easy. We need 2 reinforced slates. So that is just stone. And we need a crafting table. So that's pretty easy as well. So we just need to get the reinforced stone, or reinforced slates rather. So time to go bleed. Let's take out this. And lots of blood. But I want to verify that it is going to be enough before we do anything else. And this is where food is going to be kind of a pain. So we have 26. If we want this, it's 2,000. It's 3,000. So there we go. We'll put that in there. Let's go sleep. And we should have basically everything we need for the luminous crafting table. That's the last thing we need. So let's eat some berries. Actually, let's eat carrots, because I think carrots are going to be a little bit better. And get healed up. Take this guy. 790. Okay, so it's getting close. And then we just need to do the ritual, and we'll be good to go. So there is our first reinforced slate. Let's eat again. And I guess let's do that so we can see. We're 18, 20. So it's going to take a moment to get all the stuff we need. It would be better if we had some meat so that we can make some tasty sandwiches, but I don't think we have any currently. No. But that's something that's not too much of an issue. Alright, so let's eat some more. We'll switch back to carrots. We'll eat mostly carrots. How are we doing on our nutrition? Protein is the only thing that we're like lacking. So that's not too bad. Alright, we're at 2,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. So that is literally all we need to do. And we should be good to go. So that we can put away. That we can put away. That we can put away. Grab the sit-in sword. And the cobblestone. We can put the dirt away because why not? And let's just keep our food up. But let's make the luminous crafting table, and then we'll see what happens from there. There we go. Cool. 2 reinforced slates. So we literally just need to wait on this for a little bit longer in order to get the remainder of the power. So crafting table in the middle. Need 4 aquamarine. It doesn't actually matter where you put them, as far as I'm aware. 2 of these guys, and is it any kind of marble? Except any stone marble. So that is, in fact, this. So that should work. That should be fine. And yeah, that'll be that. So I guess let's go ahead and make a clay barrel extension. So we can kind of prep it for the turntable. Now, I don't remember how the turntable works. I know you need to have... So we gotta go back in here. I know you need to have... whatchamacallits, let's put it in here. I know you need to have the axles so you can turn the turntable, but I don't know how it works specifically. I know the turntable is used for a lot of other things, but let's go ahead and do that. We'll put the turntable down. And can we just put this on top? And oh hey. Never mind, that was easy. Okay. Now to never use this thing again. Unless we have to. So we can put that there. So yeah, I wasn't entirely sure how to do that. I know the turntable actually turns. You can use the turntable with the hibachi, I believe, in order to make some really cool things, but I really don't know how it works, to be honest. So we have the clay bucket, put it in the kiln, put that away, and we'll get our bucket here in a second. And that will be another achievement, advancement, whatever. Bucket list. So now we actually have water. We can transport water now, which means a lot of good things. One, we can actually have farms wherever we want now because we can physically move the water. And that is, I have a feeling that we're going to be completely done with Age 2 once we complete this stuff. So let's get the luminous crafting table and then go from there. So are you at 1,000 yet? Yes. Alright, let's pick up the statue. I don't like keeping these guys sitting around. We'll pick this up as well. And I think all we have to do is come over here. And it's not right click. Is it shift right click? And my particles are decreased, so you don't get to see that. But there we go. Luminous crafting table, and yep, that lag means we have reached the next age. Oh man, stage 2 mob. Unlock stage 2. Link to the stars. Welcome to age 2. Awesome. So, age 2 is gonna be a lot of, well, a lot of work. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna put this stuff in here for right now, as well as the luminous crafting table and the bucket, because I don't need that for right now. And let's take a look at age 2. So age 2 is the age of, well, the between lands is pretty major. Craft some wool. Framing table, so you can design to build custom storage drawers using frame drawers and blocks you want as decorations. Blood altar tier 3, so that's going to be fun. Glass blowing, so we can actually make glass now. Tinker's crafting station, but the most important thing is going to be Astral Sorcery. So we're going to have a lot of stuff to do with Astral Sorcery. Now, we're going to need to upgrade the prospecting wand and all that kind of stuff. We should start seeing new ores. So let's take a second and just kind of walk around and see if we can see any new ores that may have generated. I don't know if they're going to be any, but it is definitely something we can look for. Something else that we're going to need to look for is to find a druid circle in a swamp biome. So that's going to be fun. But creeper explosions, they happen. Yeah, so there should be new ores. I don't know if they've unlocked quite yet. They should have, I believe. But yeah, we're gonna have to start looking for new things. I think we're gonna be getting, were all these sheep here before? I think so. Maybe. But yeah, we're gonna have to start getting into Well, getting into Astral Sorcery pretty heavily, and that's something I've never actually really done. Astral Sorcery is a mod I've never really used, so I'm kind of looking forward to it. It is a really cool mod. It looks really cool, and it seems like it's really cool. There's some marble there. I'll have to remember that. But anyways, I think let's go ahead and end the episode off here. So next time, we get to do Age 2 things. And one of these days, we will go back and defeat Baycock. He is the bowman boss. He shouldn't be too difficult to beat. But we will go back and finish that up eventually. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!